Large-scale agriculture in the United States of America faces numerous challenges that impact the industry. One major problem is the over-reliance on chemical pesticides and fertilizers, leading to environmental pollution. Another challenge is the degradation of soil quality caused by monocropping and excessive tillage practices. The excessive use of water for irrigation poses a significant problem, especially in water-scarce regions. Large-scale agriculture also contributes to greenhouse gas emissions, which accelerates climate change. The consolidation of farmland into large industrial operations threatens the livelihoods of small-scale farmers. The high cost of machinery, equipment, and technology puts smaller farmers at a disadvantage. The dependence on genetically modified crops raises concerns about the sustainability and long-term impacts on biodiversity. Large-scale agriculture often requires the extensive use of fossil fuels for transportation, leading to carbon emissions. The exploitation of farm labor and the lack of adequate labor protections are significant issues facing the industry. The influence of corporate interests in shaping agricultural policies can hinder sustainable practices and promote profit-driven approaches. To address these challenges, the adoption of sustainable and regenerative farming practices is crucial. Reducing the use of synthetic pesticides and fertilizers can help mitigate environmental contamination. Implementing crop rotation and cover cropping techniques can help improve soil health and reduce the need for chemical inputs. Investing in water-efficient irrigation systems and promoting water conservation practices are essential for sustainable agriculture. Transitioning towards agroecology can help minimize greenhouse gas emissions and enhance climate resilience. Supporting small-scale farmers and incentivizing diversified farming practices can promote agricultural diversity and local food systems. Encouraging research and development of non-GMO crops can provide alternatives to genetically modified varieties. Promoting renewable energy sources and reducing reliance on fossil fuels can help mitigate carbon emissions. Ensuring fair labor practices and improving labor protections are essential for fostering a sustainable agricultural workforce. Advocating for transparent and inclusive policymaking can help balance corporate interests with sustainable farming practices. By addressing these problems, large-scale agriculture in the United States can move towards a more sustainable future.